Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Oh, good afternoon everybody, I was a bit eager there. Welcome to Satoshi TV, aka Bitcoin SV TV, aka It's Just Bitcoin. Today's date is Tuesday, the 24th of August, 2021. Let's be gone and jump straight into some gossip. Loving this. Right, first one we'll go home to BSV International now when it comes up. Here we go. So, first thing to report on is this. Check it out. Check it out. Coinbase president says USDC reserves will now be held only in cash and short-term treasuries. And since they IPO'd, i.e. exit scam for $100 billion, they can now legitimately afford to do this. Oh dear, trying to, again, realising that they need to follow regulation. And they're like, oh, well, we can afford to do this now, exit scam for $100 billion. Yeah, we can do this, why not? Right, let's just reject all of these. Seriously, we have to go through all this? The hell is this? Then I'm going to wipe all these anyway. But, anywho, invading my privacy. Wanting to target ads, no thank you. You're all right. Yeah. I mean, they do this on purpose so that people won't actually bother to go through this. Confirm choices. There we go. Right, Coinbase. Yeah. So Coinbase president and chief operating officer says this week that Coinbase's reserves of its USDC stablecoin are going to now be held in cash and treasuries. Digital currency company Circle had said back in July that the sum of $27 billion in assets backed USDC would also be held in corporate and commercial bonds. Center, a consortium founded by Circle and crypto exchange Coinbase, wrote in a blog post this week, mindful of community sentiment, our commitment to trust and transparency and an evolving regulatory landscape. Circle, with the support of Center and Coinbase, has announced that it will now hold the USDC reserves entirely in cash and short-duration US Treasuries. These changes are being implemented expeditiously and will reflect in a future attestations by Grant Thornton, as long as they're not the same people who did the attestations for Tether. Bloomberg added Monday, sent to the consortium that includes Coinbase and Circle, revealed in July that 61% of the reserves were in risk-free assets like cash and its equivalents, but that some of the reserves were in assets that contain some risk of default, such as corporate debt and certificates of deposit with foreign banks. An additional 12% of the funds were in treasury bonds, which aren't considered a default risk, but also aren't as liquid as cash. The revelation in July stood at odds with Coinbase's website, which had previously said that all USD coin was backed by dollars in the bank account. Naughty, naughty. Coinbase president and chief operating officer Emmeline Choi admitted that the company was in error after Circle made the revelation. Oh dear, oh dear. USDC has always been fully backed by reserves equal to or greater than the USDC in circulation, giving users the ability to always redeem $1 Circle coin for $1, she wrote. We know that a lot of customers get USDC on Coinbase, and we previously said that every USDC is backed by $1 in the bank account. Our language could have been clearer. Oh dear. When Circle shared their May report about USDC reserves in late July, which included a more diversified pool of investment from the first time, we should have moved faster to update statements like that on our website. That was a mistake, and Coinbase takes ownership for that, Choi concluded. Though the move may seem like a seismic revelation, not all analysts agree. Quotes here, the old investment rules for USD coin were perfectly sound. Circle is making a splashy announcement and address a problem that doesn't exist in hopes of making itself seem more prudent than rivals. And Aaron Brown, a crypto investor who writes for Bloomberg Opinions, said Aaron Brown, USDC is the world's second largest stablecoin. The world's largest stablecoin, Tether, that printed $2 billion over the last 3 days, I might add, is currently under scrutiny by Washington for its claim that each token is backed by $1, either through cash or assets like bonds. Regulators continue to seek to examine if a run on stablecoins could cause a sell-off in the underlying assets backstopped then. Wow. Well, yeah, I mean, we know it's coming. It's absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Let's have a look at this Tether Printing here. Where was it? Just earlier this morning. There, look at that. 23 hours ago. $1 billion, as you do. Absolutely insane. And let's have a look at where the other one was. There we go. Look, $1 billion. Oh, 23 hours ago. Is that the same one? Maybe that's the same one. Let's have a little look. Was there another? Well, it's still $1 billion anyway. Oh no, there, look, 21st. There we go. Yeah, 3 days ago. $1 billion. And let's have a quick gander at the price as well here. See if we can see what's happened. I know we had a quick look at this on the chart show this morning, but it never hurts always to look again. You know, I'm sort of fascinated by what's going on, especially when you can see the pump. So this other one was what, 23 hours ago now. So it'll be kind of obvious when there's a price increase as to what's caused it. And remember, so what it's the 24-hour trade volume is about $26 billion. So it's about what, 5%. Look at that. That will most likely be the Tether pump, and that is now being followed by a dump. Would you believe it? Look at that. They're trying to keep BTC alive, and literally BTC has got nothing going for it. It does nothing. So all they can do is print Tether. That is it. Maybe they've timed it wrong. If you ask me, they were just trying to keep their scam alive long enough, for Coolcoin to fail. While BSV was obviously racing ahead, so they were looking at the progress, going, how can we cover it up? How can we stop people from using it? All this kind of stuff. But I'm guessing that is the $1 billion pump. And see, this is what traders do. Traders are parasites. So even though these guys are con men, and they're just like, oh yeah, we'll put $1 billion in. Traders just be like, yeah, thanks, nice one. You've just filled our bags, and now we'll take it out again. This is what traders do when there is no value there. They'll just simply take value out. That's what traders do. They're piranhas. Yeah, it was when they see value, when they see use, and everybody's going in because they're using it. Do you think traders are going to sell then? Do you think they're going to, like, quotes here, take profits? And by the way, taking profits means dumping for dirty dollar. Do you honestly think they're going to do that when this thing is so valuable that it actually serves a purpose, providing data privacy, data sovereignty, and monetary sovereignty? It's the most valuable asset in the world. BTC isn't. BTC is utter crap. And that's why we're watching it here. So even it looks like even Tether can't save them. Because, like, their own bros, you know, their own dirty traders, is like, yeah, nice, fill our bags. Yeah, absolutely insane. But yeah, shitcoin is shit for brains. That's what I'm saying, really. All right. So I think that was it for the for that kind of news. I thought this was kind of cool. Check it out. Yeah, look, seg shit versus Bitcoin. Look, this is shit. Hash rate and network nodes do nothing. They are not utility. They just simply support the price. So the price is speculative based on hash rate and network nodes which don't have any value. So this is literally nothing. It will collapse overnight. This is value. Transactions and block size. This is real utility. So that floods into that. And look at that. I mean, compare that price there to that one there. And now compare that to that. Can you see what's going to flip? And when it goes, it's going to be absolutely massive. Like a deck of, like a pack of cards. House of cards even. So let's see what blocks are coming. Look at these blocks coming through. 200. I'm just going to call out the blocks that are over 100 megabytes. 266, 522, 505, 187, 139, 139, 232 megabyte blocks in a column of 30. It's just massive. It's massive. Oh, look at that. So it's now 4,600 times cheaper to transact. It's 5.3% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin. Whoa. This might start attracting some of the miners. Let's have a look. See what's going on. Wow. So it's more profitable to mine on Bitcoin, even though via BTC has still got 11% of the hash. And other mining pools have got 34%. You know? These guys are macking it hard. They are macking it hard. Wow. Sensational stuff. Stay tuned, folks. I love what I'm seeing. In fact, because Coolcoin is just taking a bit of a beating there, let's have a look at the comparisons between Bitcoin and Coolcoin while we're here. No time like the present. May as well make the most of it while we're here, as they say. Let's have a look and see how it's looking. Whoa, look at the buying. Look at the buying pressure. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, what's this? Is going down as well. Oh, well, we're still trending sideways though. Look at the buying. Look at the buying pressure coming in. Woohoo! Exciting stuff. All right, let's have a look at as we're looking at that. We'll just check live coin watch while we're here. See if that's sort of saying the same thing. Oh, it looks like the price is going down. So it's just had a little bit of a dump there. Oh, all right, great stuff. Right, let's get on with some news. Rock and roll. So, Solana sees first rug pull. Lunar yield disappears with $6.7 million in digital currency. Yeah, I read that one the other day on Decrypt. But let's have a look at this. See if they found out any more about why Brian Brooks left. Was Brian Brooks too compliant for Binance? When Binance US CEO Brian Brooks suddenly quit the company back in June, it didn't take much to read between the lines. The resignation was announced via Twitter. Brooks tweeted on August 6th he was resigning as CEO of Binance US, adding that despite differences over strategic direction, I wish my former colleagues much success. Yeah, right, mate. That Brooks was quitting mere months after being appointed was an eye-catcher. This addendum was especially peculiar. For one, it seemed designed to overtly distance himself and his work from the direction Binance US is headed. Brooks could have easily not said anything, but most importantly, Brooks has been brought to leverage his lengthy history in government to help deal with the company's growing legal crises. From 2002 to 2020 to 2021, he served as acting comptroller of the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, one of the US's banking regulators. Before that, he was general counsel for Coinbase. Such a cryptic statement from the outgoing CEO would have been strange in any business. For it to come from someone who was expressly, at least publicly, brought in as a regulation-friendly force in a business embroiled in legal turmoil, one is reminded of an ejector seat being launched from a burning aircraft. Are we going to get any details here? For Brooks to go from bragging about the strengths of the according to the report, Brooks wasted no time in building strategy to take Binance US from a company tainted by the reputation of its parent company and founder CZ, and moving it towards one which would be able to operate compliantly in the US. Part of his proposed strategy involved moving Binance technology, which is being licensed to the Binance US subsidiary, from Asia to the United States. Oh, is that what it was? The transfer was the final piece of the puzzle that Brooks believed would put Binance regulatory problem in the past. But in the early days of August, as Brooks finalised the plans for the transfer, CZ suddenly pulled the plug. So that's what it was. That's what it was. His strategy rejected. Brooks saw no path forward in resolving the company's regulation issues and therefore could no longer work there. Oh, CZ doesn't want those servers in the United States because they would have just seized them and found all the information that was on it, all the fraud stuff. Oh my goodness me. The story confirms the cynical but obvious implications of Brooks' exit Brooks' exit tweet. Brooks thought he was being brought in to make Binance US compliant. CZ actually only brought him in to make Binance look compliant. Absolutely. Good for Brian Brooks. As we've reported in our coverage of Binance's legal troubles in the past, law enforcement has made it clear they won't just go after figureheads. For example, under the US Racketeer Influencing and Corruption Organization Act, law enforcement can and will go after employees who are affecting their boss's criminal enterprise. Understandably, Brooks wants no part of that. Wow. For the top brass at Binance, their brief experience with a compliance-oriented CEO appears to have been enough for them to abandon the position entirely. The company is yet to give an indication that they have or intend to replace Brooks at all. They've got nowhere to go, and people have abandoned the IPO, which would have been their exit scam. That would have been it. He's dodged a bullet there. Dear, honestly, waving a red rag at a bull, if you're going to do that to US regulators, crazy. But I mean, it just goes to show you the level of arrogance, really, and contempt that they have towards regulators. Outrageous. Let's have a look. So, anything in editorials? Is BTC the ugly digital gold? Sounds a bit silly, but let's have a look. More than 1 year ago, I showed why BTC is not digital gold. However, I now came to the conclusion that BTC does indeed have something in common with gold, but not the way BTCs would like it to be. Let me show you. Craig Wright on gold, Bitcoin, and hoarding empires. Recently, Joel Daly from the MetaNet ICU and myself caught up with Dr. Craig Wright to discuss gold, Bitcoin, and hoarding empires. What Satoshi Nakamoto said in this interview changed my perception of BTC being digital gold a bit. Digital gold a bit. Changed it a bit. It's nothing like digital gold. Seriously? I can't be bothered to read all of that. That kind of put me off. Somebody saying they thought it was digital gold, whatever. Shit coining all over. Let's have a look at Coin Telegraph. So it's Europe whatever. Let's see what there is here. Kraken Exchange targets European license. Yeah, good luck with that. Scammers. Bitcoin rejecting 51k after Michael Saylor reveals new BTC purchases. What's next? Oh, has he purchased some more? I bet MicroStrategy splashes 177 million on Corecoin. Now holds almost 109,000. So that was 3 hours ago, and that was 2 hours ago. All right, let's get his reaction, shall we? Bitcoin rejects 51k after Michael Saylor reveals his new BTC purchase. What's next? So they've basically rejected his pumping of it. Corecoin correcting after a big announcement of Michael Saylor and facing a crucial resistance at 51k. Coolcoin is currently facing a crucial resistance, whatever, to break through after a massive rally of 70% since the recent low in July at $28,000. This resistance is found in the psychological area between $50,000 and 51 and can be classified as the final hurdle before a new all-time high. This correction started when Michael Saylor revealed that MicroStrategy had purchased another $177 million worth of Coolcoin, while the company is already one of the largest holders of Coolcoins recently. The market hasn't seen any corrections since the recent bottom at $28,000, through which a potential correction might be on the horizon. Bitcoin facing crucial resistance to break through $51,000. Is that it? Oh, they're just going to go on about price. Crap. Does my head in. Absolute crap. Absolute crap. Not reading any of that. You can probably hear the disdain in my voice when I'm going about that. Shout out to Arcade Rob, Keith Fellows and Elvis Coolcat in the house. Thank you for joining me. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, MicroStrategy splashing out on that. Whatever. Yeah, it's kind of amusing, really. Big ideas. Jason Potts, don't know who that is. Sorry. Alright, AI firm raises $60 million to create NFT metaverse. Oh dear. But let's have a look at this one. So, Poly Network to pay back users who lost money in a $610 million hack. Alright then. So, following the record-breaking hack, the crypto project platform is now returning lost funds to affected users. Interoperability platform Poly Network has begun the recovery process to restore funds that were lost when a hacker exploited the network's smart contracts to siphon out some $610 million. This was the largest crypto heist the world has ever seen. A Poly Network team member reported yesterday that the attacker shared with them a private key to a wallet containing the remaining funds. The project used this address to retrieve the remaining $141 million worth of crypto, comprising 28,953 Ethereum and 1,032 wrapped BTC. Wrapped Coolcoin is an Ethereum-based token that is pegged to the price of Coolcoin. The only funds remaining unreturned are the $33 million USDT that Tether froze shortly after the attack. Okay, so it's just the frozen ones that they haven't got back. Poly Network is confident that the unfreezing will happen quickly, stating, "We have been in close communication with the Tether and have followed up in accordance with Tether standards process. Tether is the process of confirming the final unfreezing process with us." What's all this censorship resistance stuff? They're just freezing funds on a whim. Oh, we need to stop that. Oh, okay, but I had to. Yeah, compliance. Yeah, they're all complying. It's hilarious, you know. As soon as they get hacked, oh, well, we should be regulated. There should be laws to stop this. You know, what's all this libertarian crap? Oh no, us libertarians will just regulate ourselves. Yeah, all right, mate. Crazy when you think about it. Well, let's get a load of this other firm that's going to lose loads. What else is there? Paxos rebrands token as Pax Dollar. Who cares? How to buy Coolcoin with PayPal update. Well. You can only buy it through, you can buy it with PayPal anywhere in the world through the Maxon browser VPoint system. Other than that, you're just buying a scam coin, which they don't know yet. Unbelievable. Right, what's this? So developers are working on creating a world full of intelligent talking NFTs. In brief, the world's first intelligent NFT, well, it's going to be intelligent compared to those people who buy them, was released by software developer Alethea AI this year. The chatbot NFT was later auctioned off for $478,000. Now, big-time investors have raised $16 million in a private token sale to create a metaverse of the NFTs. Software developer Alethea AI, which created the world's first intelligent NFT, just secured a $16 million in funding via private token sale to create a metaverse populated by its bots. Lead investors in the token sale include NFT fund MetaPurse and investment firm Crypto.com Capital, as well as billionaire investor Mark Cuban, Dapper Labs, Bitcraft, Galaxy Interactive, Sfermion, and LD Capital, according to an announcement for Althea. An NFT, for those who don't know what a digital deed of ownership... I can't even read today. An NFT, for those who don't know, is a digital deed of ownership that can be connected to just about anything, such as artwork, audio, or video content. NFTs are typically minted and stored on the Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, and that's not going to be around for long either, because it doesn't work and it's a pile of crap. But Althena wants the NFT world to avoid past videos and expensive artwork. Wants to evolve past videos and expensive artwork into something with fully interactive engagement and autonomous agents that can learn and evolve from the environment. Therefore, the NFTs that will fill the metaverse will be talking intelligent NFTs, INFTs. I'm surprised they're not called smart NFTs, if you ask me. Created by Althena. Machine learning bots that can have human-like conversations. Decrypt spoke with one earlier this year called Alice, which was auctioned off in June for $478,800. All right, yeah, that's kind of interesting. But you know, it's all this stuff. It's all digital. It's digital tokens on Ethereum that are literally going to vanish overnight because the Ethereum network will crash. And if it doesn't crash, the regulators will take care of it anyway. But either way, you know, the only network that's a genuine digital commodity is Bitcoin, which is BSV. It will gobble up everything, and none of these shitcoiners know it. It's going to be a really, really hard fall from grace for them when it happens. And to be honest with you, I'm not really going to have too much sympathy, really. In fact, I'm going to have to hold my tongue, bite my tongue, to stop myself from saying... from rubbing it in, you know, but yeah, because of all the effort I've put into, you know, educate people, and they're going to ignore me. It's like, all right, well, you know, your choice. You know, you made your bed, now you lie in it. Simple as that. So let's see what's this. USDC reserves to be held in cash and short duration US government treasury starting September. Yeah, we just heard that one on Zero Hedge. So what else is there here? Anything that catches the eye? 4 privacy coins see double-digit gains. Right, yeah, so this is interesting. So Crypto Rebel was suggesting that all the ill-gotten gains from Binance, because we think they're going to exit scam on the 29th of October when the entity that is Binance no longer exists, in fact ceases to exist. You know, so I would say that they're now in the process of moving money from Binance into anonymous coins like Monero, you know, trying to hide them. Oh dear, oh dear. All these shit coins are going to zero anyway, so they think they're hiding value. They're not. Unless they cash out into dollar, they've got nothing. 4 privacy coins see double-digit gains. Stats show Monero jumped 58% higher over 30 days. Who on earth would buy Monero? You don't even know if the supply is legitimate. It's a completely centralized project controlled by the anonymous entity that created it, who is accountable to nobody. It's absolutely insane. So while Corecoin and a slew of other crypto assets have seen significant gains during the last month, a number of anonymous crypto assets have jumped in value as well. Monero has gained 19.4% over the last week. The token Horizon jumped 6.8%, and Zcash spiked 7% during the last 7 days. Anonymous coins see double-digit gains over the last month. 6 of the most popular anonymous coins, should we say anonymous and centralized coins, are seeing decent gains during the last month and over the last week as well. One of the biggest gainers is Monero, which has gained 14.2% in the last day, 19.4% for the week, and 25.8% during the last 2 weeks. 30-day statistics show XMR has spiked by over 58% year to date, up 240%. That's hilarious. I bet crypto. I think Crypto Rebel might be right. Yeah, flooding out of Binance into Monero, ready for their rug pull. Whoa, it is going to be massive. I mean, like these are all the key indicators that you want to look for, really, to tell you what's going on. Like I said, it's all in the figures. So Monero stems from the first crypto note implementation, the Bytecoin network, which was launched in July 2012. However, people didn't like Bytecoin's distribution, and a new chain was crafted called Monero, which was later changed to Monero. The Monero network offers anonymous techniques like ring signatures, stealth addresses, bulletproofs, and privacy and anonymous features are enforced by default. Dash is another crypto asset that allows for anonymous transactions, again centralized. The crypto asset created in 2014, formerly called Darkcoin, is up 16.6% during the last 24 hours. Dash jumped 28.2% this week and 89.5% over the last month. Year to date, the crypto asset Dash has jumped 198% in value. So, I mean, look, almost 90% over the last month. There is huge amounts of money coming from somewhere flooding into these anonymous coins, anonymous centralized coins. So, yeah, it would make sense if Binance are going to do a rug pull that that's where the money would be coming from. Oh dear, juicy gossip. Juicy gossip, there we go. Anyway, alright, so that's 30 minutes. Let's just have a quick look at Bitcoin Blocks Lives. Let's see how these transactions are doing before we wrap things up. Check it out. So this, the transactions per second keeps fluctuating. I've seen it sort of like jump from 40, to 20, and then back up to 40 again. Now it seems to be stuck at less than 1 transactions per second. A little bit strange. Well, considering they've had huge blocks coming through. But it will go like this, and then suddenly it will just go like absolutely crazy and start, shooting off the screen. But yeah, anyway. So anyway, let's continue watching this while we're doing Dinging of the Dong. Check it out. So shout out to Arcade Rob, Elvis Coolcat, and Keith Fellows. Handles and pay mails in the chat box. Let's do this. Here we go. Open up now my hand cash. So Keith Fellows, that's BIG. There we go. Swiping to send on the way to you. Got it. And Elvis Coolcat, here we go. ELV. Swiping to send on the way. And Arcade Rob, that is Pikes. Here we go. PIK, got it. Swiping to send on the way. Excellent, I think that's it. So yeah, keep an eye on the figures, guys. I mean, this is absolutely massive, massive. So there was, post early today. Check it out. This looks really good. I'm going to make an effort to do this more. Check it out. Look at this. So just like Big Blockers does, the current price of Coolcoin, whatever, I'm going to do this. Bitcoin 24-hour statistics, transactions, 2,194,024. Fees, average fees, 1/3 of a cent. Market cap, 3 billion. But look at this, Ethereum, only 1.2 million. Fees, $4.81. Market cap, 380 billion. Whoa. Whoa. And XRP, 1 million transactions. Fees not applicable because it's a centralized network. There is no competition in the system. And that's it. And even that centralized system has got a $54 billion market cap. Absolute insanity when you think about it. What we're facing, like jeepers. Right, we'll leave it there, folks. 33 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the show. And so I've got to go down to London tomorrow, going to the Satoshi Block Dojo. Very much looking forward to that. Then I've got a wedding to go to, and then I shall be back at the weekend. So if anybody else fancies having a go at doing their own show, presenting the figures, keeping everybody up to date, it would be much appreciated. Take my spot for a little while till I get back. That'd be great. But then carry on with your own show anyway. Just do it. You never know unless you give it a go. So we'll leave it there. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy give, and catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.